Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we're back with Death Note episode 28. Last time on Death Note, we got some new characters.
Yes, very fun ones too.
Mello and Near, or M and N.
Eminem.
All these letters are confusing. Light, L,
And
M,
they picked the middle of the alphabet, just LMNOP.
They did. Yeah, right in the middle.
Dang, will we see an O and a P, you think? That'd
OP.
be crazy. Yeah.
Together. They're OP.
OP. I like it.
Yeah, so now it's like the game begins again. Just like Ryuk said, these are starting to get interesting again. Now they have Sayu, and as we've seen with Yagami, he's like as a dad, you're not gonna really mess around.
Right.
That's why in the previous previous episodes, he told L to like lock him up because he knew that he would do anything it took to like stop him from getting like, you know, because as a dad, it's hard to like turn off being a dad.
Yep, exactly.
So he's like, I'll take all responsibility. I'm taking the notebook. I got to be there in 2 days.
And he wants to come up with a plan. I just think you take a fake notebook. I said it earlier last episode.
That might buy you time, but honestly, who's this? Like, if I was M, I would say, okay, give me the notebook, and then I would say, right here, or I want you to prove it. Even when his own henchman, kill him. This is his name, or something like that. That's pretty messed up. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think you hand over that type of power, knowing that they could write your daughter's name down.
That's true. I know it's a crappy situation.
The notebook is here. They don't know what the notebook looks like. They don't have an idea. They know it's a notebook. That's it.
Yeah, there's got to be unless Light goes with his dad, brings Misa with him, and Misa walks up and gets M's name.
Bro, what?
You know what I mean? And then Light takes him out. The same like plan that he wanted to do with L.
Use Misa.
But just use me like the Shinigami eyes is like the OP. Now, how long does Misa have left to live? We don't know. It's been 5 years.
Bro, I'm gonna be sad if she just suddenly goes.
And if she does it happen at a very inopportune time? Can you imagine? Like she's gonna he's gonna
very
use her, need her,
to say, but yeah, I agree.
But they're still together. I mean, maybe she believes it's a real relationship. He seems indifferent, but it's like she doesn't care.
Yep.
But anyway. We'll see. I feel like because of the pacing of the show, I feel like they're going to go to LA, and there's going to be maybe a showdown. Maybe he meets M. The question is, will he ever figure out? In already told Light that he knows that Light is not L.
Right. Yep.
But he didn't tell Light his connection to L.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still information that Light doesn't have.
Correct.
That this is like another L. But there at the end, he's like, this feels
very much, and then it shows the
chain.
Like I think it was very symbolic of the ties he has with L.
And I'm like still connected. I'm still tied down. Yep. What does this feel like this?
Without knowing.
And they use a little voice box thing, just like L used to. A lot of similarities.
I think Light will put it together, and
yeah.
I think did L ever share with him that he was raised in an orphanage? I don't
know if he ever got that type of information from him.
Yeah.
Because the whole time he was suspicious of him anyway.
Right.
So the fact that there's a whole school of L's, I mean, at least these two, they were young, but it took him a few years. That's why it's taking because M was only 15 when he left, right? Mm-hmm. And then Ann seemed young, maybe the similar or younger age.
14-ish.
14, yeah. So they were still pretty young, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and hop in, guys. Before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions are over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes if you'd like to check those out. But we're going to hop in today to episode 28.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Oh, Impatience.
I forgot he said to come alone.
Why do I feel like I'm talking to L?
Straight into it.
I told you that we wouldn't rely on L, but that's a bit of an understatement. The FBI and the CIA have explicitly asked that I head up their investigation, not you.
After reviewing the information, I believe there's a possibility that solving this case could lead to the arrest of Kira. As such, I'm willing to lend you my full support.
Lead to the arrest of Kira? Who is he anyway? This confidence.
Right.
Is there a problem, L?
No. It's just that following the death of Takimura, Deputy Director Yagami's daughter was kidnapped, and we believe the same person is behind it. He's arranged for a trade in Los Angeles.
The girl in exchange for the notebook, I assume.
Yes.
Understood.
I'll let you have full authority on this, Hal.
Oh. Oh. Weird.
I don't care if it costs me my life.
Oh,
Please,
wow.
just save Sayu. Promise me.
And your own son.
Stop talking like that, Dad. You might have made your peace with the idea of dying, but have you ever thought about how painful it would be for everyone else you leave behind? I'd never be able to forgive you if you ended up dying in front of Sayu.
There you go.
It's a way to motivate him.
I want you to do whatever's necessary to make sure both you and Sayu get out of this alive. Promise me, Dad.
See, so he's not. That's the one thing.
What? No way!
Oh.
You really want me to go to Los Angeles?
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's a chance I might need to use your eyes.
Oh, bro, you were right.
Dang, that's a secret weapon.
Mm-hmm. Who am I up against?
If things go badly, I may have to kill Sayu.
No.
You see, man.
No
Did
way.
she hear
Oh,
that?
he heard that. She.
Dang, see, man, we were just wondering that. God.
Aizawa, I want you to tail my father closely and get on the same plane as him, just in case something goes wrong.
Got it. I'm gonna get a haircut so they won't recognize me.
Oh, nice.
I look like Bad Bunny.
Right?
Mr. Yagami, who are you? One of the kidnappers?
You're going to board flight SE-333. I have your tickets with
Oh.
you. From gate 18.
Right. I understand.
Someone has intercepted him at Nottingham.
Are they going to be able to get on the other flight?
Calm down, Aizawa.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make any sudden moves. I can understand your concern, but arresting him now will accomplish nothing. Keep your distance, and don't lose sight of them.
But it can't board the same flight as him now.
Can you find out where the flight is headed?
Let's buy another ticket.
This one's going to LA too.
Could they have somehow arranged for another plane? Oh, this is bad.
But if it's going to the same
Send-
place,
I was going to say, can you send Ryuk with them? He's
right?
touched the notebook.
This is Flight SE-333. I read you loud and clear. I assure you everything's okay.
Told you.
Whoa.
What is this? You need to tell me what's going on up there.
This
What?
is not a hijacking. We're simply making a detour and a quick stop to drop off a passenger. Track us by radar. However, if you attempt to call the authorities to interfere with our course, I will not hesitate to crash the plane. and take
Golly.
all the passengers with me.
The amount of power.
What the heck is going on? I already checked today's flight crews and passenger lists ahead of time. Everyone on
Dang.
board was suspicious.
Use flight tracker.
The pilot's a veteran of over 15 years. The co-pilot checks out clean too. Then the kidnappers are powerful enough to influence these people. Looks like I have no choice.
Call in, ask him for his help to track him.
I need you to do me a favor. Can you notify the airlines, police, and military on your end not to take any action yet?
What's he thinking?
Is he calling him without the
This unreliable.
voice?
All right, Al. Agreed. We'll locate the landing site.
Is he calling as light? Or what did he say?
Video
Did
feed.
he say L?
If there's anything else we can do, don't hesitate to let us know.
Shoot, I didn't hear if he was
He said
calling
L.
us L. He
Yeah,
said
he
L.
said
Okay.
L.
Yagami, right now you're the only one who can hear my voice. Listen very carefully. I'm the one who kidnapped your daughter, but don't get the wrong idea. I have no interest in your daughter's life one way or the other, or yours for that matter. There's only one thing I want, the notebook. As for the trade, I prepared things so that both of us can walk away satisfied.
Can you
Play
trust
along,
him?
And there'll be no problem.
How's he getting a call on the plane?
I'm going
Right.
to give the notebook to some criminal in exchange for my daughter's life. When the time comes, what's the right thing to do?
Ah, that's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
One of those codes you're gonna break. A
Right.
parent or a cop. And I mean, I don't know how you can choose anything but parent in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But-
exactly.
If you have traded the eye power of a god of death, you will see a person's primary lifespan in the human world.
Right, which is
Okay.
what Misa has.
Guess it's just like a reminder.
Yeah, some of these rules are duplicated.
The names you see with the eye power of a god of death are the names needed to kill that person. You will be able to see the names even if that person isn't registered in the family registration. Oh, I didn't think about that. Like if someone is like born and at 6 weeks they were adopted.
True.
What name do you use? Their born name? Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, they're not like in the middle of nowhere?
Arizona? Las Vegas?
Might be Vegas.
Area 55?
It's 51, right?
Oh, 51. Sorry.
Or they're like in a... Is that even a runway? How are they landing on that? I don't know.
Right?
If that's...
Oh, this is where the Titans ran in Attack on Titan.
Right.
I'll send you a direct video feed of what we're currently seeing here.
Dad. So what's gonna happen? How will he make the exchange in a place like that?
You're going to have to make the exchange and then just try to figure out enough afterwards how to,
Right, how to
get them. That just means you'll be dealing with 2 Kiras.
Oh.
Wow.
Secret layer. Told you, bro. Area 51.
An underground facility? The kidnapper must have predicted that we'd be watching him by satellite. That means there's no way to keep an eye on Dad.
Right. Dang, Light has his work cut out for him. Dang, that's... At least you know she's alive, but that's...
Yeah, that's hard
sucks.
to see.
Yeah. No. It's bulletproof. It's bulletproof glass. I think he's just proven.
Ah, you're right.
If you don't agree to this trade, I'll shoot your daughter through this opening.
There's no way. You can't think yourself out of this.
You gotta hand it over.
You just have to do it. But he's already free.
You can't seriously think that handing the notebook over to someone you don't know is a good idea, can you?
All right, Y462.
I guess do a fake book like you said. But when the door opens...
It's setback after setback, and I've only just arrived in the US, so I'm not in any position to start giving orders to the American police.
Oh.
At this rate, the notebook's gonna be...
Light, is everything
Don't
okay?
kill your sister.
Is something wrong? You look kind of...
Misa, just shut up and do what I told you, all right?
Oh, wow.
Look, I need you to keep killing Japanese criminals, so just do that. This guy's obviously investigating Kira, and he won't give up.
Yep, it's awesome.
I can still make it.
Come on.
At this rate,
Don't do it.
to kill Sayu.
No.
Now then, I'll test the notebook.
See?
You're gonna kill someone? No, I can't allow that.
We can't make the trade without making sure it's the real
But does he have to touch it for it to work? Don't do it, man. That'll get me off of Team Light.
For real. Same.
Maybe N will come up with
Do
it.
it.
Good.
Okay.
No one but the police knows about this case. If Sayu dies, I can't blame her death on Kira.
Oh.
What's wrong? You okay, Miller? Look, that's what you get when you steal from me and sell.
That's who they're killed. That's who they
You were
tested.
right.
One of the henchmen.
Yep, you were right about that.
Dad, Sayu.
Hey, they actually made it.
The suspect is headed for a helicopter. Based on our intel, that's his only method of transportation.
All right. Follow it.
This means we can be absolutely certain that the notebook has been exchanged.
Be careful. We still don't know what they're planning to do beyond this point. And I need you to maintain surveillance of that helicopter until it lands. Don't lose sight of it, no matter what.
Is N...
You seem to
Is
think
N's
that's
life in
quite
danger?
an easy task. Nevertheless, we'll do what we can.
Unless they don't know each other's real names.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid we've been tricked.
Oh. It's not a helicopter? What is this, a missile?
Are they gonna shoot them down?
Is the notebook on that thing?
Don't tell me it's gonna kill Dad and...
No, I think they're
Daughter.
it's just gonna transfer.
The missile's been launched.
The missile or the helicopter? Which one?
Oh.
Boss, I'm sure you were watching. I did everything you asked me to, just like we planned. Yeah.
Oh, that's not even them. They kept both of them, the dad and the daughter.
The helicopter?
The helicopter.
I thought so.
In that case, it means the notebook is definitely on the missile.
We can't track it. We've lost the signal. It could be anywhere now.
And is that a missile that can land somewhere? Like, how does that work?
It won't be difficult to retrieve the missile once it lands in a deserted area. He would have already laid out the flight plan accordingly. He should be getting his hands on the notebook any moment now. And when he does, I have a good idea of what he'll do next.
Kill
him?
No.
In
the other person. He doesn't know his real name unless they share that at the academy, but...
Wow, dude.
Al.
Oh.
He's going to tell him everything, you think?
He got us. The majority of the SPK's members have just been killed by the notebook.
Wow.
Al, you were the one who handed over the notebook without a fight. You and your people were totally helpless.
N, are you saying if you were in command, you wouldn't have handed it over?
No. Considering their preparations, it would have been impossible to avoid this. There's really no point in us quarreling. I propose we work together and share the information we know so far. I suspect the person who arranged the kidnapping and the trade is someone who goes by the name Mello.
Mello?
Okay.
Who is he?
I don't have his photograph.
Okay.
And I don't know his real name.
They don't know each other's name.
All I know about him is that 4 years ago, he was living at an orphanage located in Winchester, England, known as Whammy's House. I believe Mello is playing a game with me. He wants to see which of us will be the first to take down Kidda. The final challenge.
Oh, so he doesn't want to take out N, but take out.
Okay, so this is what I was wondering.
The life of Rem?
Yes.
I've got a little problem. I went to the king to report that I lost my notebook, but after I described it to him, the old man said that Ryuk said it was his and that he had dropped it and took it.
Oh.
Guess you have no choice but to find Ryuk and ask him yourself.
Ah. Remember Ryuk had two?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I have to go to the human world.
Yep, that's right. Have fun.
Does that mean Misa can see him?
That sucks.
Oh, shoot. Now we're getting another Shinigami, I guess.
Okay, so what I was wondering that I didn't finish my thought there was because Rem's book was handed over to Mello. Now, who do they get a Shinigami god? Do they see anybody? Rem's dead.
I guess they should.
Now, this guy is about to go down. This is the guy that we didn't really, I don't think Ryuk necessarily ever said he stole it or took it from somebody. He just ran into a second one because they're like, well, how'd you get a second one? Remember that?
Whenever Ryuk got a second one?
Mm-hmm. Because he had already lost his at some point, I think. And then he said, how did you get the old man to give you another book? And he said something about, let's just say I found it or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Very early on.
So I think there is three notebooks. And one of them, they just handed over to Mello, which was, I think, Rem's notebook, which they went and got after she turned to sand. Right?
Yes.
Or I guess they all touched it at some point.
Oh, you know what? No. Hold on. They each... So Ryuk had his, Rem had hers, but then when Rem had hers that was Jealous's, right? So there's two. That's the one Misa had, and then Rem had her own. So you're right. There's
her
three.
own, right.
That's the one that Light picked up after she dissolved to sand.
To sand, right. He picked it up before calling them in.
Correct.
Yeah. That's the one I guess he's using.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay. So he can't. Mello can't take out N. He can only. Like he sent him back. He killed the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's more about like who can get Kira first. The ironic thing is, it's like this whole crazy backwards thing. N is working with fake L, to try to find Kira
himself.
But also working to stop Mello. But Mello and N are in a race to find Kira. But
Light is
Kira. So that is like. I don't know how Light can do like these mental gymnastics, but like I said, like this episode, he was like Light can think of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this episode, we saw him out. We can call it outsmarted, but it's because it was kind of unexpected,
right?
And it's coming from someone very smart who planned very ahead, and so Light needs to know that he's playing a game to then to like know how serious to take it.
And I think N baited him into letting him be in control to say, you know, like he told him, he's like, yes, I would have, but there's no, with the preparation they had, it would have gone any other way.
I would do it anyway, yeah. But yeah, I think like the way Light was able, the closer he got with L and the more he worked with him, the more he was able to like think like him and eventually outsmart him.
Yeah.
So he'll have to do something similar with N and M.
Yeah. And I think this Shinigami God we saw here at the end goes down, and that's going to be Mello's Shinigami God. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe. The whole book thing is confusing tracking. We should have had our own notebook, our own death note to keep track of all those. Note. Yeah. But I'm sure we'll get that answer here in the next episode.
I agree. But it was fun. It was interesting to kind of see what's coming into play. Obviously now, his dad and his sister are safe, right? Returning home or whatever.
Yeah, and you know he's gonna like. I mean, he'll be happy to have his daughter back, but he's gonna like hate that they just gave that notebook away.
And did in there at the end, I think I heard him say something, but I think I heard it wrong. Did he say, "I don't have his picture and I don't have his name"? But I thought he had a picture of him.
Oh, did he say I don't have a picture?
I think he said I don't have his picture and I don't have his name, but he does have his picture.
You're right.
So unless I heard it wrong and he said I have his picture but not his name.
I read that and I think my brain took it as
I don't have either.
That I took it that I have his picture but not his name. Yeah. That's how I took it as. I don't have his photograph and I don't know his real name.
Which he does have his photograph.
I mean, that could have been like because
he's just not giving the full information.
He's already suspecting Fake L as being Kira.
Well, that, and then it could be that, and then if he divulges that information that he has a picture of him,
then maybe that's already half the
right. Yeah, I mean, although he's got a plan for that, but I think I would have told him.
He's already given a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't really know how much. Like maybe he's like L, and it's like 1%. Maybe he's Kira, or 2%, whatever.
Yeah, it'll start to grow.
Yeah, because he even told him like the whammy house in England, and he knows it's Watari established that, and he know that. I guess he would know. He has to assume that fake L worked with real L, right? And knew Watari and knew about the whammy house, so he has to know that they can make that connection,
or at least some of that piece of peaceful information.
Yeah,
or helpful information. Sorry.
So I don't know where. Like right now, it seems like N is like trying to stop M, but also trying to stop Kira. I'm not sure where his priority is right now.
Right.
On which one you're trying to stop right now, but then also we don't know how much he potentially thinks Light is fake.
Right. Well, and then also, I mean, technically, N has already beat M. He's gotten to Akira before him.
So well, yeah.
Unbeknownst to N,
right?
But nonetheless,
he's communication first, right?
And I know last episode I said I don't think Light and N will work together, but I can see it now happening after it's kind of that loss, that trauma. He's got nobody else really, and he needs somebody, and Light's fake L is there, Light. So,
and again. There's still the whole wild card with Misa. I know Misa loves Light, but like he's being pretty
he's being messed rude up, to
rude to her. Yeah, so you never know, like what might happen.
Yep, I agree.
Oh man, I'm liking. Like I do miss L's character, but this kind of story really slotted in
right,
and like just nicely.
Yeah,
so it feels like a complete episode.
L fix,
Yep,
for sure.
Cool. Well, that's all we got for today, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this type of content. Full length reactions are on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. But we'll be back in a few days with episode 29. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.